what's up guys, this is Nick at BarBend.com. Today I'm going to be trying out Ample V. So Ample is a meal replacement company headquartered in San Francisco. And the hook is that it is a meal replacement that is made largely from whole foods. So there are no artificial ingredients or sweeteners in here. There's also no soy. And Ample comes in a few different varieties. We've got Ample Keto, which is vegetarian. They've got Ample, like the regular Ample, which isn't vegetarian or vegan because it contains collagen. This here is Ample V. It is completely vegan and it has a good amount of pea protein, nut oil, macadamia nut oil, and coconut oil. So I'm gonna see how it tastes with some cold water. This tastes not entirely dissimilar from a regular like vanilla flavored vegan protein powder. So by that I mean there's a relatively strong flavor of nuts in here. The coconut oil really comes through as well, although there is kind of so much coconut oil that it tastes a little bit like MCT oil, like just kind of generic fat flavor as opposed to a very flavorful coconut butter type flavor. If I were to simplify it, I would say this tastes like sort of a little bit like a graham cracker with some defatted peanut butter and some coconut oil as well. So it's not amazing, but it's a step above most vegan protein powders. All right, so let's take a quick look at the nutrition label. This bottle here is 600 calories. They're also available in a 400 calorie version as well. You're going to get 35 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbohydrates with 15 grams of fiber and 6 grams of sugar, and 33 grams of fat with 16 grams of saturated fat. So despite the fact that it is vegan, it is not low in saturated fat. There's plenty of coconut oil in here and also macadamia nut oil as well. And then there's also 24% of your daily intake of sodium, which could be good or bad news depending on your opinions about sodium. There's no cholesterol though either because again, it is a vegan product. On a micronutrient basis, outside of the sodium, there's not a ton to talk about. There's 25% of your daily calcium and 20% of your daily iron. But that's pretty much it. There's no vitamin A, there's 2% of your vitamin C, and nothing else listed here at all. So that's kind of one of the funny things about Ample is that it is kind of marketed as a meal replacement, but it really isn't that nutritious. What it does focus on instead is the digestive health aspect. Like there's a lot of probiotic bacteria in here and prebiotic fiber as well. And also the fact that it could have a lot of antioxidants because it has some things like chlorella and barley grass and other ingredients that are high in antioxidants. But vitamin C is not one of those antioxidants, and yeah, there aren't any other vitamins and minerals here. So it's got a lot of goals that it does manage to accomplish, but on a micronutrient basis, you may be a little bit disappointed. All right, so as far as the ingredients themselves go, as I mentioned, Ample's hook is that they have like largely whole food based ingredients. The protein comes largely from organic pea and organic brown rice. The fat is mostly from macadamia nut oil and coconut oil. Carbohydrates, you're getting coconut sugar and sweet potato powder. For the fiber, because there's a good 15 grams of fiber per serving, which is like over half of the recommended daily intake. Most of that you're gonna get from psyllium husk. There's also acacia fiber as well and a few other sources. There's also some Jerusalem artichoke inulin, which is a prebiotic fiber, which kind of keys into Ample's focus on digestive health. Inulin may help to improve digestive health. And on that note, there's also 40 billion probiotic bacteria here from several different strains, which again can have a beneficial effect on digestive health. And then finally, the other thing I wanted to mention is the antioxidants in here. This has some chlorella and barley grass, which are meant to be very high in certain antioxidants. Those are ingredients that you commonly find in greens powders. And it also just some generic flavorings. You're gonna get like cocoa powder, lemon juice powder, and cinnamon, and some monk fruit extract and stevia extract. That's largely it. There are a few others, but yeah, those are the main ingredients in this product. So as far as the price goes, you kind of have to buy these in boxes of 6 or more. When you get 6 at a time, it's about $5.10 per bottle. If you go all the way up to like 60 bottles, it's about $4.33 per meal. That's the 600 calorie version, that is. If you're getting the 400 calorie version, they tend to be about 80 cents less per bottle on average. But if you subscribe to regular shipments, like one every month, the price drops about 10%. So you do have quite a few options when it comes to price. So there are a lot of things to like about Ample V. Number one, it has no artificial ingredients, which is going to be a big plus for a lot of people, at least as long as you're trying to avoid artificial ingredients. Another thing is that it is very filling. I mean, it's a 600 calorie bottle, of course, but given that it has so much fiber, as I said, over half of the recommended daily intake of fiber, and it's got a lot of fat and a lot of protein, yeah, it's a very filling meal replacement shake, unlike a lot of other meal replacements on the market, so that is worth emphasizing. While I'm talking about fiber, the digestive health aspect of this is really encouraging. It doesn't just have a good amount of fiber, which is very good for the gut. You've also got prebiotic fiber and you've got 40 billion probiotic bacteria from several different strains. So yeah, all in all, It's a pretty good approach to digestive health. And then finally, it also has quite a few ingredients with lots of antioxidants in them. So specifically, there is barley powder, there's chlorella, there's wheatgrass. All of these are said to be pretty high in antioxidants, although they're not quantified here, but nonetheless, they should have some extra benefits. There were a few things I wasn't quite so crazy about with this product. Number one, it's pretty expensive. I mean, about $5 per serving. Most meal replacement powders, in my experience, are about $2 to $2.50 per serving. To be fair, this has a lot more calories and it doesn't have any artificial ingredients, which you may see as a bonus. But unlike most meal replacement powders, it doesn't have that many vitamins and minerals, which is a really big downside for this product, especially for something that advertises itself as a meal replacement powder. The nutrients it does have are calcium and iron, about 20%-ish of each. And those two nutrients in particular can be sometimes a little bit tricky to get on plant-based diets on whole foods alone. So of all the micronutrients you could throw in here, I was glad that it was calcium and iron, but nonetheless, there's like next to no vitamin C, there's no vitamin A, there's no mention of other vitamins and minerals except for sodium. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a letdown for some folks who are looking for something very, very nutritious. And then finally, this product advertises itself as a good source of omega-3s and a good source of antioxidants, but it doesn't really quantify either. Like on the omega-3s front, this does contain an omega-3 chia seed extract, but there's no information on how many polyunsaturated fats it contains and how much of those are omega-6 or omega-3. So it's not particularly transparent in that regard. And also with the antioxidants, it does contain ingredients that are known for containing quite a few antioxidants, to be fair, but they're not quantified. There is a way to quantify antioxidants. It's called the ORAC scale. I'm not going to get into it, but it's not like they didn't have any options here. They could have put that number on this. While I'm pretty confident there's probably a decent amount of omega-3s and antioxidants in this, again, it wasn't super transparent. I don't really know. All right, those are my thoughts on Ample V. For the full review, just Google BarBend plus Ample V.